our pioneers came to these new lands and started schools. You know, right away we had schools in Livingston County. That's where Fairbury is, Livingston County. And right away somebody set aside some land on their farm. They would give an acre or so, and a schoolhouse was built. And so we had all these little schoolhouses every 2 miles, so everybody could be educated. And I think that was a wonderful thing that our ancestors did.
Big for me.
Above the door, it said Maple Grove School, 1868. It was a one-room building. There were two little rooms in the front of the building, one on each side, one for the girls and one for the boys, coats and hats. And the windows were on the north side of the building, and there was a door on the south side that went out to the back, to the outside toilets.
Well, you walk into my school, you could go to the basement from where you walk in, or up several steps into the classroom. There was a boys' coat room on one side and a girls' on the other, and a fireplace in the back.
There were a row of desks for the little folks, for the first graders or that, and then there was a little bigger row for the other, the middle grades, and then there was large desks for the 7th and 8th graders.
They'd come up to the recitation bench. My desk would be in front of that, then a recitation bench. Start with first grade. First grade reading, turn, rise, pass. Then it'd be second grade reading and on through 8th grade.
Then the others had assignments that they were studying while I was teaching. They were all, while I was teaching at any grade level, the others were all studying their assignments.
Those kids did their work. They did their homework. I think their parents saw to it that they did. They knew what they were there for.
They had to take an 8th grade exam in the county.
In January and the end of May, the end of April, we would have to go into Elkhart and take the 7th and 8th grade students to Elkhart for final examinations. And their tests were sent by the county superintendent, and the principal of the school would be the administrator of that test. And after we got all the students seated, then she would open the test and pass them out to the children. They'd take a test in reading, arithmetic, language, and spelling, and others too. And then we would send those tests to the county superintendent's office for grading.
So we worked and worked and worked. After school, of course they had to know all the qualifications, you know, at that time, of the senators, representatives, the president.
Well, most of them you knew what they could do, and you knew that they could pass it, but once in a while there was one that was kind of iffy.
You learn so much from children, and to see the sparkle in their eyes when they learn what you're trying to tell them was a real thrill.
And knowing that they're learning, you feel like you've accomplished something.